Hey guys, welcome back to another Missing Person Case Monday. So today we're going to be talking about Aniah Blanchard. She is a 19-year-old missing from the Auburn, Alabama area. Her story has made national news, and a lot of people think her story made national news due to her stepfather being a UFC fighter. Now, that's neither here or there, but I'm just blessed and glad that her story did make national news because, again, Black people are the ones who takes the lower end of the stick when it comes to these things. So I'm really grateful that her story did make national news, whether she had family, there's celebrities or what. Like I said previously, Aniah went missing on October 23rd of 2019. She was last seen at a gas station or convenience store getting things on video. And at the same time, Mr. Abraham Yasid was also at the same location. And as I talk about her case, you'll understand why. He's a prime suspect into this. So Aniah's information was reported missing on October 24th. Soon after she didn't come home, her family was worried. That was October 24th. So on October 26th, her vehicle was found. Her vehicle was found at an apartment complex after police received a tip. Police have stated that there was a lot of damage to her vehicle, and although her vehicle was found, Aniah was not. October 27th, a vigil was held for Aniah from her family. On October 28th, there was surveillance of Aniah going into the convenience store. This was released to the public, and you'll be able to see Aniah going into the store, and that was the last video anyone has ever seen. On October 30th, the governor released a big award for the disappearance of Aniah. So around October 31st, police had released that they believe Aniah was harmed and that she's in danger. And on November 6th, which is my son's birthday, which is crazy, this is when Aniah's case takes a game changer turn. So on November 6th, they have found that Mr. Abraham Yasid was also in the convenience store the same day and the same time as Aniah. He was wanted in connection to her disappearance through tips people have reported on him, and there was also tips that came in that police later released that they also had video of him shoving Aniah into her vehicle against her will. And that's when he was brought in as a suspect of kidnapping of Aniah. When forensics have done the DNA testing of her vehicle, there was a lot of blood, and they believe that the amount of blood that was in the vehicle represents a let me make sure I read this, a life-threatening injury. And the blood also was confirmed to be Aniah's. But there has not been a body that has been found. Her mom and her dad and her stepfather all have been trying to find Aniah just to figure out what has happened to her. Her family did appear on Dr. Phil, and that's how I really found out about her case. I think I might have seen it floating around on Facebook, but I was working out and I ended up seeing her mom and her stepfather talking about her case. And I want to read some of the things from off of there. We want to read like some of the questions that was off of there, so that way you guys can have a better picture of her case, because it was a really good interview. The interview was short because I didn't get to watch it all. You know how it is when you're working out. So I want to read what her mother stated. Her mother said, "Personally, I feel that if it was a setup, it was someone that knew Aniah and that knew her well. And it's someone that would be running with those type of people." And the thing about her case is too, the guy who's a suspect, he's very familiar with the criminal justice world because he was already out on bond for kidnapping. He was already out on bond over kidnapping, robbery, attempted murder, and drug possession on the day Blanchard went missing. How did nigga get out? Like, how did he get on bond for all that shit? And this is the thing that bothers me, because my friend Kiana died a long time ago as well, right? And the person who killed her, he was out He was out of jail after raping a 14-year-old young girl and kidnapping as well. And he didn't even serve that much time. And then he not only killed my friend Kiana, he killed another girl. He decapitated her. And this says so much about the criminal justice world. You keep giving these people these little ass sentences for these major crimes, and then they go out here and do the same shit again. And now you have more heartbroken families because you didn't do what you needed to do by the first incident or the second. And I believe he had more things going on. Maybe one day I'll share Kiana's story on here now that I talk about it. And my cousin Jahida, this is how I kind of got into forensics, because of losing my loved ones due to people in this world. But that's what it instantly brought me back. You know, you give these people these bonds and they go out here and do the same shit again. Like, but they did tell Dr. Phil, like, there's not a lot of stuff that adds up, because Aniah was really prone to know, like, not to really stay out late, you know, to watch her surroundings. That's pretty much Aniah's case. They do have a suspect, again, Abraham Yassid, who's currently, and he looks beat up, like somebody beat the hell out of him. From the photo that I seen, I was like, wait, what? Did somebody beat his ass when he got locked up? But I will insert the clip of her mom and dad, on her stepfather and her mom, on Dr. Phil, so you guys can watch that. And a lot of people in the comments are saying they don't believe that it was a ransom, but like her mom, like I said before, her mom was saying if it was, she believes that a friend or someone who knew Aniah set her up. And it could be, because you think about it, you're a UFC fighter, you're bringing in tons of cash, and if they know that that's your father, you can't trust people. I'm trying to tell you, you can't trust people. People get any hint that your family comes from some type of money and they don't. Yeah. So I don't put nothing past anyone when it comes to those things. But again, she is still missing, even though there was blood in her vehicle. I really don't know what to say. You know, it's just one of those cases that I just really wanted to touch on. Because it did make national news, and hopefully someone will come forward and like say something, just like they did with the tip with the vehicle. I think that will make, you know, even if they just find her, I feel like that will bring her family closer together to getting the closure that they need. Because I mean, you tell someone you found significant amount of blood in her vehicle and you're saying it's life-threatening. Pretty much Aniah Blanchard's case. It's ongoing. There has been searches going since yesterday, from what I read, that, you know, trying to find her body if she is in fact deceased. I personally think that from the significant amount of blood that they have found, I really do believe she may not have as much time, depending on when, you know, that blood was done in her vehicle. Because I mean, October 23rd, and we're now going on, you know, November 23rd, which is my birthday. It's like a whole month away, if that makes any sense. So anything could have happened in that time frame. And he looks crazy, like, it's disgusting. They should never gave him bond to begin with. But you know, that's just how sometimes it works. But I really do send love and light to her family, and hopefully they do get the closure they need and the justice that they need, because this is crazy. So until the next missing person case Monday, I will see you guys.